Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha Live. And welcome to my channel, Lifestyle by Tanisha. My name is Tanisha Burke, and I am here to inspire you to live your best life through entrepreneurship, specifically network marketing. I'm here to give you tips. I'm here to share my opinions, everything that's going to help you live your best life. And we do this live stream every Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm happy to have you. Please consider subscribing. And if you are already a member of my channel, I want to say welcome back. Don't forget to like this video, hit the notification button, and share it, right? Sharing is caring. I am joined today by my team of champions from all over the world. And sometimes we have a specific topic that we're going to talk about on this, but I always like this to be very authentic, unscripted. And so today we have no topic. Today is going to be a Ask Coach T edition. So before we get started, I want everyone to introduce themselves. So I'm going to go around the horn and I want you to state your name, where you're from, your city and state, and how long have you been a network marketing professional? And I want our viewers to just, take note of the type of people that we have that join network marketing. And I also want you to share your background, what it is that you actually do for a living. Because a lot of people think that people get into network marketing because they can't find a job. Right? They're like, oh, you couldn't find a job, so you got into network marketing. I'm so sorry. And we're like laughing at them like, no, you don't understand. We have people from all backgrounds, entrepreneurs, doctors, lawyers, real estate agents, CEOs. There's actually a lot of, I think I saw might have been Warren Buffett a while ago. Or was it, I can't think of who it was, but it was some billionaire who said that if they had to do it all over again, that they would have just started a network marketing business. So that just goes to show you what is possible, and that people really need to open their mind to our industry. So I'm going to start with, I want you to state your name, your city and state, and your background, what you do for a living, and how long have you been a network marketing professional? Tanya, are you able to speak? I see that you're driving. All right, we'll come. There we go.
Yes, I'm able to speak. Hi, my name is Tanya Lapsley Cockett. I've been in the business a little under 3 years. Next month is my anniversary, May 18th. I live in Newburgh, New York, and I am an administrator for the federal court system.
Excellent. Miss Tiffany.
Okay, I had to get unmuted. Okay. Hi, I'm Tiffany. Let me see. So I'm gonna go out of order because I can't remember exactly what you said you wanted us to do, right? So I'm a financial analyst by trade. That's what I do every day. That's my job. I've been in network marketing, I'm gonna say maybe about 45 days.
Okay.
So I'm a real newbie. I live in Detroit, Michigan.
Excellent. Thank you. Shamika
Long from Chicago, Illinois. I was in the healthcare field for almost 7 years, but I lost my job last year due to COVID. So now I am a full-time network marketer and a full-time mom, and I've been doing it for 2 years.
Excellent. Constance.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Constance James. I'm from the Bronx, New York, but now I've been in North Carolina for the past going on 12 years. My background, I am trained administrative assistant. Then they slid me over to, I worked in a high school, they slid me over to ISS detention coordinator at a high school, and I have been in network marketing for about 3.5 years.
Excellent. Michelle.
Hello, I am Michelle Proctor, and I was in the legal industry for over 25 years in administrative management, and I live in Waldorf, Maryland. I have been a professional network marketer going on 2 years now.
Excellent, excellent. Natisha?
Hello, everyone. My name is Natisha Osley. I'm here in New York City. I'm from the Bronx, but I live in Harlem, New York. And I am a licensed through New York State exterminator since 2012.
Excellent.
And
And
I've
how
been
long?
in network marketing for 2 years.
Excellent, excellent. And Miss Dorothy?
Hey everyone, my name is Dorothy Jones Jackson. I live in New York City, Jamaica, Queens, Massapequa, New York, but I currently reside here in Cornelius, North Carolina. I've been a part of this business for 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I have many trades. I was a paralegal. I'm an administrative assistant. A little everything. So I have tricks and trades of everything. Hey
Excellent,
everybody,
excellent. And how long did you say you've been in this business?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
All right. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. It's kind of rare that I come on here and share my story because all of you know me. But my background has always been in the administrative side of the health insurance or healthcare industry. I've worked in the emergency room doing registration, in the hospital doing registration. And before I got started in this business, I was actually an administrative assistant for a health insurance company. I also had my health insurance license. And it's funny, the only reason I got that license is because I saw that the Medicare sales reps were making 6 figures. And I was like, I want to make 6 figures. So let me go get my insurance license. And after spending the money to go through the classes and to take the state exam to pass, I realized I don't want to talk about insurance all day. Like, I want the money, but I don't want to do that type of work to get the money. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been in this current business project for June will be 5 years that I've been doing this. But that's not my first time in network marketing. My first time in network marketing was coming out of high school. Mary Kay. I remember the lady that used to do my nails was a Mary Kay rep. She drove this is old, so I'm gonna say Burgundy, right? We don't even say Burgundy anymore, but she had earned that Burgundy Grand Am, and I was like, I want that car. I saw me in that car, and that was my first experience. But coming out of high school, y'all, I had real good skin, no filters, right? And I wasn't into health, um, facial care. I wasn't into that. I didn't wear makeup. So even though Mary Kay was a great, great company, it just wasn't a good fit for me. But I love the idea of owning my own business. And then I moved on to Amway. Another great company, love their products, great company, but, really didn't have the training and found it difficult to get people to stop buying Tide and to buy that SA8, even though it was great, right? It was very difficult to get people to stop buying Mary Kay and to try Artistry. It was difficult to get people to stop buying Charmin or Scott's toilet paper and buy Amway's toilet paper. And I was like, man, the concept is good, but this is hard to try to get people to change their buying habits. And I was like, Amway's making a lot of money because I'm buying the products, but I'm not making any money because I can't get anybody to stop buying their products and buy our products. So moved on to a health and wellness business. And that kind of happened organically because I was on my own weight loss journey. And so teaming up with a health and wellness network marketing company just made sense. And that was where I really started to make some money. However, I was looking for life-changing income and not just supplemental income. How many of you have joined network marketing because you wanted life-changing income by show of hands? Okay, just about everybody, right? And so that was a good start for me to really get into network marketing. I had decent leadership, I had training, and I was able to take that and run with it. But like I said, I was looking for life-changing income. And when you're looking for life-changing income in network marketing, the timing and positioning is everything, right? If I was looking for life-changing income right now and I joined Mary Kay, wouldn't happen. That market is saturated, right? If I wanted to make life-changing income with Mary Kay, I would have had to join Mary Kay within like their first 10 years, truth be told. I could join Mary Kay now and make some great supplemental income, right? And when I say supplemental income, it could be anywhere from a few hundred a month to a few thousand a month, but it's not going to be consistent because the market is saturated, right? And so the opportunity that we got into with travel, our company is 5 years old. We have less than 100,000 reps worldwide, and we're in over 21 countries. So the timing and positioning for this opportunity is perfect. So I have a question for the team. How many of you, before you saw the light, thought that network marketing was a pyramid scheme? Because I know we all get that question. Oh my gosh, you joined a pyramid scheme. That's a scam. I want to know, where did you hear it from? Did you believe it? And what made you change and realize, okay, that was ignorant. That's not what this is. Who wants to go first?
I'll go
Michelle,
first.
let's go to Michelle and then Natisha.
So yeah, I mean, I never considered a pyramid scheme because I mean, I knew what pyramids were. It's literally when you're putting money in and you're doing nothing with it, but just waiting for your money to come out of it, and you got to bring people in. So I saw very quickly that this had nothing to do with pyramids, although people will go with that theory. So I would say for the most part for me, it's that when I started, I was doing my research. I understood what the whole focus was and that it was a business. And I think that's the thing is that, I'm sure there's stigmas from other situations that were more along those lines, but I've never felt that it was a pyramid. So I can't help but chuckle and wait for the person to finish why they feel it's a pyramid so I can enlighten them for them to understand that, no, I'm sorry. Wrong answer. That's not what this is about. So.
Exactly. And I got to commend you because what I heard you say is you took the time to research. And that's what so many people don't do. And it kind of baffles me that people will just repeat what they hear other people say, having not done the research themselves. And that is, they're doing themselves such a disservice. Let's go over to you, Natisha.
So for me, I thought it was a pyramid because, for one, I didn't educate myself on it. And was shared by family members, friends. Oh no, you don't want to get into that type of thing because this is it. And I didn't do any research. And research is key. So getting in, find out on my own, learning what it was for myself. I now know that it's not a pyramid scheme, and you definitely want to do your research. Me and my husband was having a conversation about this last night. You can't just always listen to what one tells you. You have to do the research for yourself to know if that information is factual or not. So
That's true. And let me ask you this, Natisha, do you feel that because you were listening to people that delayed you actually becoming a part of network marketing?
absolutely. And not only delayed me, but when I originally got started, it delayed my process too because I still was kind of leery and hesitant because I wasn't engaging. I wasn't trying to get information. I wasn't educating myself enough to know what network marketing really is. So now that I've had that chance to do so, it's like, what? Sky is the limit.
Exactly. Who else wants to speak on this? Let's go to Tiffany and then Constance.
unmute myself and
Yep, we can hear you.
okay. So I don't know exactly what a pyramid scheme is, but I do know that just from, talks with other people or, maybe seeing something on the internet that with a pyramid scheme, just only the people at the top of the pyramid make money. And then the people who are, down the line don't really make anything. And so I have kind of positioned all, in my mind, all network marketing companies in the same way. I figure they all have the similar structure. But I kind of came out of that mindset with, I have a friend who's in another network marketing company where she's selling insurance and different products, finance products and things like that. And I was going to actually get into that because I'm a finance professional. However, when I did sign up for Planet Marketing, and I was listening to one of the directors, Asinia Rayleigh, the director Rayleigh, talk, and she actually was very transparent. She showed us her pay schedule, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is not that thing, I wanted to get into this business just because of travel, but when she showed me her pay schedule, she was, so transparent. I had never seen anybody in network marketing do that before. I said, okay, so this is for real. They're not playing. Let's go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You want to get somebody, especially someone in finance. When you have a prospect that's in finance, first of all, they're red typically, right? They're going to be red or green for people that are in finance. But to show them your back office, show them and you don't have to show them like, oh, this is what I made last week. This is what I made. Just show them the 1099. Because, in our back office, you can populate what your 1099 looks like to date, right? So I could go on my back office right now and show you what I've made to date, and it's only April 8th.
She showed us everything, Tanisha.
That's good.
That's what I was like, oh, okay.
That's good. That's how you get people, because then people see like, oh, this is real, right? So that's good. That's good. Who was next? Constance?
Ma'am. Hi, everyone. I didn't think it was a pyramid scheme because, like Michelle, I knew what a pyramid scheme was. And when it said network marketing, I was like, network marketing, is that like everybody getting together and learning about each other's businesses? Because when I was in New York, I was with a women's program, and we were networking together and going to networking events. So I was kind of like, And then when I researched it, I said, well, okay, is this a travel club? Because I don't want to be part of a travel club. I did that already. I didn't like it. So when I understood and learned that this was a travel business, and we selling to a travel business, I was like, this is perfect for me, because as yourself, I was Mary Kay, lingerie, Princess Crystal, and all of, I did different ones, and I'm like, okay, well, this is good, because this is exactly what I've had my other businesses for, to be able to do what I wanted to do. So now I'm in it, and that's it. But I never thought it was a pyramid scheme, so to speak. No.
I think Tanisha's frozen.
Where I go, I'll talk about my network marketing experience. Before Planet Marketing, I never really even heard of network marketing. I say the most that I've heard was maybe Avon and a little bit of Mary Kay. So I never really thought of it as a pyramid scheme. And then the crazy thing about it to me is when people say that, oh, it's a pyramid scheme, and then you ask them, okay, so what is a pyramid scheme? And they're like, I really don't know what it is. So a lot of people really don't know what pyramid schemes in, but they just take it, I guess, from other people who probably had bad experiences. And that's the thing too, it's different strokes for different folks. So you probably had a bad experience or somebody had a good experience. So, it's all about you going and figuring it out for yourself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else want to share? The question is, did you think that network marketing was a pyramid scheme? Why did you think that? And what happened to make you change that point of view?
Well, I'm gonna jump on it.
Okay.
As Tanisha, I was a paparazzi consultant, so I automatically knew that this was not a pyramid scheme. Because I didn't have I had a product that I was selling something. So to me, when I hear people say that it's a pyramid scheme, I laugh. I'm like, I know what a pyramid scheme is. This is not a pyramid scheme. So, like I said, I had many talents of, I was a part of Avon. I was part of paparazzi. I sold Tupperware. I sold Amway. I sold little everything. And none of those mentioned that there was a pyramid scheme. So I come along with IntelliTravel and Planet, and all I hear is this is a pyramid scheme. This is a pyramid scheme. And once you get to like I said, is once I got to know my product, which is travel, then I can tell somebody else that this is not a pyramid scheme.
Right.
So that's how I'm growing into telling the next person, the next family, that this is not a pyramid scheme. You can make oodles and oodles of money, or you can not make money, but you got to work your business. That's the most important thing. You have to work your business.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's talk about what are the facts that network marketers can share with their prospects to educate them? Because, sometimes people, they get offended when people call their business a pyramid scheme or a scam, right? We get offended. We're like, this is my profession. I'm a professional, right? We start clutching our pearls when they call us a pyramid scheme, right? So really the best response is to educate them. They don't know what they don't know. And so we want to always, as network marketing professionals, we always want to respond in a professional manner. And the very, very first question, my very first question to people when they ask me that is, what is your definition of a pyramid scheme? Because you want to first be able to understand where they're coming from by saying that. Did they have a specific experience in something and it turned out to be a scam? Or is it that they just heard someone talk about pyramid scheme and they're just repeating it and they can't even respond to you as to what they think it is? They're just repeating something. So you really have to understand their point of reference. So you always want to ask them, what is your definition of a pyramid scheme? Now, for some people, usually I'm going to get two types of responses. Either one is it's where the people at the top make all the money and then the people below them don't. That's what most people kind of think of as a pyramid scheme. And so we want to educate them to let them know that, no, that's not the way this works, right? And you give an example, right? Stories tell, facts sell. Stories sell, facts tell. I almost said that wrong, right? But stories sell. So you want to put them in a situation. So here's how, specifically with our opportunity, how I would respond to that. Again, I want to put that person in the business and paint a story so that they can relate to it. So let's say Constance was my prospect and she says, well, is this a pyramid scheme? And I say, well, what is your definition of a pyramid? And she says, it's where the people at the top make all the money and the people below them don't. And I say, well, let's say this. If I bring you into the business, I'm going to earn a $50 direct sale commission. And let's say next week, you sell 4 travel agencies and I don't sell any. You would make $200 if you sell 4 travel agencies next week. I make 100. So if this was a scheme, then technically I should be making more money than you because I brought you in the business, right? But you made more money than me because you did more work than me, right? And even looking at our top 100 income earners, right? Our number 3 income earner enrolled the person who's the number 1 income earner, right? So you always want to share the facts and put them in the situation. So Constance, I'm going to go to you. If you were my prospect and I explained it like that, and how would that change your perception of, oh, okay, that's not a pyramid?
It would, because I said that the people on the bottom aren't making any money, then that would say, oh, wait a minute, since you brought me in and I made more, okay, well, then there you go. But then
Right.
again, because a lot of people with the pyramid, they say that the people, they don't move up past. So how I explain it is that exactly what Mr. Moore, and you know, I'm like, well, this doesn't so happen. I'm like, what? Yeah, so it is possible for me to sponsor you and you surpass me because you're working
Exactly.
this part of the business and I might be just, just on, the other part of the business. And, or I might be a hybrid, but not working, the building as much as you are. So it's possible for you to, oh, okay. So I would think like, and I would ask that question, and I'm sure you would explain that part to me as well. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I can make, oh, okay. It changes your whole mindset.
Exactly. Who else wants to speak on this? Michelle?
Yes, I would love to speak on it because I think the way you just broke it down is what makes sense. And it's the similar conversations I have with anyone that I'm talking with about the business. And the main thing is to, like you said, meet them where they are. What is their understanding of a pyramid? And a lot of times they don't know. They they just throw the word out there. They don't know what it means. And when you start to break it down, it really does help them to understand that this is an organization and that every organization has your COOs, your CEOs, and so on. And then they're hiring other people to come in and handle the other work, whatever their responsibility is. And for us, this is giving us that extra or that focus on having your own business, being an entrepreneur, opening doors for other people, empowering other people, and to be there as coaches to assist each other. So when they really understand the compensation structure and get, just like Constance was saying, with the person that, with the person that she would have been talking to about it, that's when the light bulb goes off, because then they see that, once they join, they have the potential to make the money that they're making. And yes, the people who brought you in is getting a percentage of that, but they're not making more than you.
Exactly.
Unless you decide to sit on the business and not do the same thing that they're sharing with you that you could do to make the income that you want to be able to make.
Absolutely. Great point of view. Natisha?
Yes, it definitely, the way how you explain it definitely lets you see a vision of it. But like I said, I didn't know it, but coming into the business, getting educated and learning actually what a pyramid is, it makes me look at, okay, corporate world. The owner, he makes the most money, do you call that a pyramid? No. So, why would this be a pyramid? So it's basically on educating yourself and, learning and understanding what actually the pyramid means.
Exactly. And I know sometimes, and I've heard other network marketing gurus say, to respond to people with the whole CEO thing. I don't like to respond like that because it comes off very defensive as opposed to educating. And so I always feel that we should come from an educational standpoint to really educate them on, first understanding what their definition is of network of a pyramid scheme, and then breaking it down and educating them on it. So the second reason that people will give, or their second definition of a pyramid scheme, is going to be it's where you got to bring in a bunch of people in order to make money, right? So some people think it's about the people at the top make all the money and the people below don't. And then other people think of a pyramid scheme as you got to bring in people in order to make money. And so we have to now educate them on marketing, This is where we have to educate them on marketing. So my typical way of educating people on this, again, you want to use them as the example, bring them into the story that you're about to say so that they can understand what you're referring to. So this is where I ask people, let me ask you this. Have you ever referred someone to your hairstylist? They say, yep. Okay. Have you ever referred someone to a great movie that you've seen? They're like, yep. Have you ever referred someone to a good sale? Yep. Have you ever referred someone to your job? They're like, yep. So you're basically using your network of people that you know to make those other businesses money. But what are you getting out of the deal? Did they send you a gift card? Did they tell you your next meal was free? Did you get to go to that next movie free? No. Right? So you're marketing, you're using your network of people to share businesses that belong to other people so that those other people can make money, but you get nothing out of the deal. So really, you already participate in network marketing. Here, now you're the business owner. And now you're going to be using your network of people to share your business. And if it makes sense to them and they get started, you get paid. Does that make sense? And they're like, yeah, that does make sense, right? So it's all about changing their perception, but you got to bring them into the story. And again, this is for anybody in network marketing. It doesn't matter if you're selling jewelry. It doesn't matter if you're selling leggings. It doesn't matter if you're selling makeup. It doesn't matter. Health and wellness products. You have to bring people, make them a part of the story to answer their question so that they can see themselves in the business and how it's not that, they're bringing people, they have to bring people in to make money. No, you got to change their whole perception. It's referral marketing and you do it all the time anyway, right? If you go to a daycare and you hear another parent saying, I need to find a daycare for my kid, you're going to refer your daycare. Great, the daycare is happy. They just made more money. But what did you get? Right? So you got to show people that everybody is in network marketing. Who wants to speak on this?
So I'm always going to raise my hand.
Absolutely. I love it, Michelle.
You hit it around the head. I mean, because I know with the firms I worked with, it was always, if you referred another employee and they were hired, you received a certain amount after they were there for a certain period of time. So now you flip this to the entrepreneurial focus that you're bringing, you're showing this opportunity for other people, for them to fully understand it. And yeah, they have the option of they don't have to bring other people in. But when you show exactly what can be done and how it can be done, and when it's with travel and everybody travels anyway, it only makes sense. And I mean, long before I even decided that this was going to be the opportunity for me, which didn't take me long to figure it out. I just, as it was presented to me, I'm gonna say in less than 2 weeks I had signed up. One week was a delay because I was away in Dominican Republic on vacation and didn't have a laptop with me at that point to sign up. But I just immediately started honing in on all the conversations I've had with people regarding vacations and what type of trips. It's such a natural conversation. So when I started, I knew I was going to be doing both sides of the business. I just didn't realize how many people were going to be coming to me to join versus me even having to reach out and offer the opportunity. So it made it a little bit easier when I started to just basically be able to share it even further. And now I have a blast meeting people across the world, connecting, having conversations, and it's always an enjoyable conversation because everybody travels, everyone enjoys travel. And then when they can figure out what their niche is, that's a win-win. So for me, it's just a matter of, understanding that you're networking anyway, but just like you said, most often the things that you're referring people to, you aren't getting anything out of it. And not that we're looking for things that we can get out of it, but just more so understanding you're doing this anyway. And when you mentioned the job, as far as the job market, yeah, at the firms I worked with, yes, there was an employee referral fee. So when you look at now, there's an entrepreneurial referral fee, if that's how you want to say it, that's basically what it comes down to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who else wants to speak on this? Constance and then Tiffany.
To bring it back to like what you were saying with the different network marketing companies, you can, the people out there that are watching can always, it's like an organic conversation. Don't have in your mindset, because this was one of my downfalls. Having, oh, how am I going to bring this opportunity to someone? How am I going to talk to them about this opportunity? Oh my goodness, I missed that opportunity to talk to someone. It's a natural, organic conversation. You can be in the line at the store, at the post office, or whatever, just having a conversation with someone, and just, that's it, at the counter with, the jewelry, or the counter with the makeup, or, the luggage department in the store. It's just an organic conversation. So I don't want anyone out there that's watching to be thinking, it's hard. Once you realize that it's an organic conversation that you're having with someone, it's a piece of cake. It's just a piece. Just talk to people like you've always been talking to people, and you'll definitely be successful.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to point out that our particular opportunity, because it's in the travel industry, is a lot easier than selling a product. And I'm not knocking all of y'all out there. Don't be hitting me in my DM or in the comments, somebody, you talking bad about my network marketing business. No, I am not. I'm just saying there is a big difference in the level of execution to sell a service as opposed to selling a product, right? So let's say, for example, I sell a men's cologne. I'm in a network marketing company that sells a men's cologne. And I go over to my boy Dooney and I'm like, Dooney, I got this stuff right here, Dooney. You gotta get it. This is the stuff that you're gonna have girls swarming all over you. You have got to buy my cologne, my men's cologne. And I gotta convince him that it's better than the cologne that he's been buying at Macy's, right? And because of my friendship with Dooney, he gonna want to support his girl, right, Dooney? You gonna want to support me, right? You're gonna say, all right, Tanisha, we've been friends for years, right? Right? But here's the problem with selling products. I'm about to blow somebody's mind today. Would y'all agree that 70% of Americans are living check to check? Would anybody agree with that statistic? Does anybody think that statistic is higher than 70%?
I wouldn't doubt that it's higher.
Okay. All right. Everybody agrees that at a minimum, 70% of Americans are living check to check. Okay. So let's assume Dooney's part of the 70%. And he says, all right, Tanisha, because we're friends, I'm going to buy your little cologne, but I love my Macy's stuff. And now he buys my cologne. And man, he is blown away by my cologne. He's getting girls left and right. Every time he walked down the street, people stop him and say, "Oh, what you wearing? That smell good, right?" And he's like, "Oh, this cologne is the bomb, right?" Well, guess what? When Dooney is faced with a financial emergency, and let's say it could be something as simple. Dooney drives an SUV. He got a flat tire. He needs a new tire. He got to save money, right? Them SUV tires about 300 plus, right? What's the first thing he gonna stop buying or cancel as a subscription? Exactly, right? Dooney, talk about that. Dooney, talk about that. You gonna get rid of my cologne, even though you love it, right? You love me, you love my cologne. Talk about that.
Yeah, I would get rid of the cologne because right now, of course, me getting around is more important than smelling good.
Exactly. And that is the problem with selling products. It doesn't matter how good your product is. If I'm health and wellness and I'm selling some diet pills or drinks or teas or whatever, if you're faced with a financial emergency, that product is the first thing you're going to cancel because you can't afford that subscription. Now, here's the thing. Even though Dooney's going to cancel the subscription for my cologne, he still loves cologne. He's just going to find somewhere else to buy a comparable cologne for less money. Right? So he may, I don't know, he might have to go to Walgreens or something and get something off the shelf, right? Or whatever. He's a cologne man. So he's still going to buy cologne, but he's going to find something that to him is comparable and way less expensive than what we have, right? That's the problem with making life changing income in network marketing selling products. Because it does not matter how great your product is. It does not matter about the quality of the product. It doesn't matter how great the leadership is in the company. It doesn't matter how great the mission statement is. It doesn't even matter how good the compensation plan is. The problem is that our market is the 70% of Americans that are living check to check. And so when it comes down to it, and they got to make a choice between food on the table or your product, food on the table is going to win every single time. So what makes our business opportunity unique is that we have a product that is going to allow people to save money and make money. That is the difference. Right? We have a product that is going to allow people to save money as well as make money. So now when I go to Dooney and I say, if I could show you a way to earn some extra income from home so that you can buy your tires, and what you got? Because these tires, I need 2. They just told me I need 2 now. That's $700. Right? Now he's going to be interested. Right. And now I can position him as his own travel agency and show him how sharing the opportunity with other people, he can earn 7 streams of income. So now it's not about me selling him a product that he loves but doesn't need to survive. It's about offering a solution to his problem. And that is what separates our opportunity from everybody else's. The other thing that separates our opportunity from everyone else's is that if someone doesn't want to participate in the network marketing side of our business, we can still sell them a travel agency and they make money. Right? And travel just happens to be one of those things. Almost everybody wants to travel. I've spoken to a few people and I say, do you love to travel? And they say no. And I want to call them a liar, y'all, but I'd be like, okay, Tanisha, you can't do that. I just don't understand people who say that they don't like to travel. Like, I really think that people have learned to lie to themselves to make themselves feel better about what they can't do. Who wants to speak on this? Any part of what I just said?
I have someone tell me that they don't like to travel, but it was because they had a traumatic experience when they were younger. And then when I was presenting the opportunity to them and kind of like telling them like, now I travel more, you know, you don't have to get on a plane. And, you know, everybody think travel is just getting on a plane. That's not it. You can drive, you can get on a train. So I was just telling her, and she was like, you know what, you're right. I think I'm gonna just step outside the box. I think it's just sometimes in people's head too, especially with the COVID thing going on. When they
absolutely. And you make a good point. Educating those people on travel isn't just getting on a flight. How about going to a museum? That is part of the travel industry. How about going to the concert? That is part of the travel industry. How about seeing a Broadway play or a Vegas show? That is all part of the travel industry. And then also turning it around saying, okay, but would you be interested in making money on all the rest of the world that does love to travel? Does that make sense to you? Right? Who else wants to speak on this? Tiffany?
I definitely want to jump on this one because you just struck my nerve when you were talking about
Dorothy
other
and then
businesses.
Tiffany.
Definitely. It is so much harder to sell a product. Trust me, I believe it, and I'm a stone factor. It is so much harder to actually sell a product than what I'm doing now. And as far as with everyone saying that they don't travel, they want to break your heart and say, I'm not traveling, because they really deep down inside, they know they want to go out on that trip, but they don't want to tell you they want to go out on that trip, but they really want to go out on that trip. So definitely it is much harder to sell a product than what we're doing now. So yes.
Absolutely. Tiffany?
So I think when people say they don't like to travel, I think that's code for I can't afford to travel.
I agree.
because most people who, you know, have a little bit of residual income, or who, I mean, they could even be living paycheck to paycheck, but we do what we want to do, right? We set a couple dollars aside to do exactly what we want to do. And some people believe that, traveling, you need that, just, like you need food, you need your R&R, you need your rest, you need your relaxation, you need some downtime. And so some people are just going to make time for it anyway, but some people just say, that is something that's luxury, right? Just like, you get rid of the cologne, right? Because you need the tires, and they say, I can't even fathom. I got all these problems, all these bills. I can't even fathom, going on a trip. But that's why this is an excellent opportunity, because you give people a chance to save money and to make some money too. So, and if you do have, if travel is actually something that you want to do deep down inside, you can actually be able to do that by supplementing or even replacing your income. So
absolutely, Natisha.
So I was one of those folks that used to say, oh, I don't really travel like that or whatever. But yeah, I didn't have money. I'm a family of six. So in my mind, traveling somewhere, oh my God, woo! I just see zeros, zeros, zeros after zeros. And I just would be like, you know what? No, my travel actually would be from, state to state. Maybe farthest I go, probably been to South Carolina, and that's it. But no, it's about you position yourself to take your trip. You can pace yourself, you can plan for it, put money to the side. And sometimes people don't think about those things. They just automatically just block it out and just say, I can't do it. But I will say, since venturing into this opportunity, whew, savings, whew, has helped me a lot. I am now able to take my family of six somewhere, so that they're able to just see that there are other places just in where the local spots that we have been. So you gotta pace yourself.
Absolutely, Michelle.
And I mean, just to kind of pretty much back up everything that everyone was saying, and Natisha really hit it on the head. A lot of times people just don't realize how economical it can be, especially when you become a travel advisor. And so the plus to it is that it's the win-win for everyone, where it opens more doors as to what's available for you to be able to travel, as well as having the business and now being able to travel at better prices. So a lot of people who tend to want to jump in, even if initially they're looking at, well, I'll be able to save on my own travel. Well, when they see the whole picture, they're now able to communicate that to so many others as to how they're able to do it as well. And it is something that, a lot of the moms that I work with their children, part of the reason they got in was because they didn't travel as much when they were younger. And now they can open that door for their children to be able to travel even more. So it's like I always felt like it's a win-win everywhere, in every direction you go.
It really is. Constance?
Agreeing with what everyone else was saying, but also going back to when you talk about the products, we have to change, okay, trying to convince people to get this product and change from for this business. With our product, they don't have to change their habits, because if you want to fly JetBlue, you want to fly this one, we have that, and that's one of the beauties of our business, like you were saying. So you don't have to change your buying habits. And it's just hitting me right now, because we've always heard it, in our powwows and our meetings and things like that. I'm like, you know what? They don't have to change their buying habits, because, and even if you can't travel right now to the United States, we can just start traveling our own backyard right now. You can rent a car, you can activities, we have all of those things available for people, and this is what you want to do anyway. So hello, come on.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You're going to do it anyway.
Exactly. You might as well get paid on what people are going to do anyway. Let me jump over to YouTube chat. Hello, everyone in YouTube. Hey, Robert. Robert said this is awesome. Nicole had said, I never thought that. I was involved with Avon, Tupperware, and other companies. I always have been involved. So she's someone who's always been involved in network marketing. So she never thought it was a pyramid. Lady V said, this is such an awesome discussion. I've heard it once I got in the industry. I was really naive. Nicole said, yes, I had someone say that, but even going to visit the grandkids is travel, depending on where they live. That is so true. We got to point out to people, like, you participate in travel anyway. How do you get to work every day?
Can I ask a question? Just
Absolutely.
to piggyback off of everything, is how do you respond when you share the opportunity with someone and they say, no, I'm not interested, I'm not traveling right now, blah, blah, blah. Then you turn around and you see on their page a few days after you had this conversation, they done rented a cabin, they going up to wherever they going, done rented a cabin, taking selfies, and you just want to scratch your head and say, what the? How do you respond to that?
My response, I'm going to comment on the picture and ask them how much commission did they make on that. That's just me. But y'all know, Coach, sometimes
that's not your first. That's not your first answer.
Sometimes you got to throw.
That's kind of shady. That's a little on the petty side, but I like it.
I be doing that. I be like, oh, I hope you made some commission on that travel.
Or just asking them, how did you book it? How did you book it? Right? You could just ask. Yeah, sometimes I am going to be petty. It depends on how I'm feeling that day, y'all. But you could just ask them the question, how did they book it? Right? And then they're going to say whatever they say. Now, remind you, this is on a public forum, right? You're commenting on their post. Other people are reading it. Right? And then it's going to be a question. You know, they might say, oh, I booked it through Expedia, and say, you know, if I could show you a way to make money and save money on a trip that you were taking anyway, is that something that would make sense to you? Right? And then look and see who commented on it. There's going to be someone that's in their circle that's going to like your comment or respond to it. And guess what? Friend request them. Because if the person who rented the cabin don't see the value in booking and making the commission on their own travel, then just friend their people, because clearly their friends see the value in it. And then you pick them that way. Right?
I just thought I would share that with y'all and see what
that was good. It happens. If you stay in the business long enough, it's going to happen to all of y'all. Listen, my own family members didn't use me to book the family reunion. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I think in that case too, I mean, you probably could have said, you know, you probably, you could have made a commission off of that. Or, you know, I could show you how to, you know, next time you want to go on a trip like that, I could show you how to book it and save a lot of money on what you pay. You know, I know those trips, you know, I think you mentioned like the cabin trips, like in Tennessee, you know, those aren't cheap, like at all. So I think I would just let them know that, you know, there is an opportunity, you know, although you don't travel much, when you do next time, you know.
Right.
I got you.
Tanisha, my thing is to get away from it being too petty. It's like, please tell me you coming back to a commission check.
Right. That's another thing.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. You know, you just paid Expedia a commission, but because a lot of people, like we say, a lot of people don't know that there's a commission attached to it.
Right.
You know, because I've had that experience too. I'm like, okay, now you want a flight. Are you getting? And then you inbox them, you DM them. Don't put if you want to get petty, DM them.
I got paid on the right now, and they did not book me, but it's okay. You know, they in Orlando, but it's okay.
Shamika,
I was just going to say that I literally just experienced this about a couple of days ago. My mom and my sister, they know that I'm a travel business owner, but they still booked it through Expedia or whatever. I don't take offense to it. At first I was, but I'm like, I'm not going to take offense to it. Just watch me and my little family go to Puerto Rico, and then we'll talk.
Right. I had actually created a meme. So here's another way where you don't have to be petty. Sometimes, y'all, I just gotta be petty. I'm just saying. But I have a meme. Remember, I was saying, I always, when I'm posting on social media, it's to speak to the people who haven't partnered with me yet or haven't booked with me. And so I actually created a meme that says, the main reason why you should become a travel business. Look, I see people already taking notes. They're like, I know Coach about to say something good and she ain't going to remember what she said. So let me write it down. I love that because note takers are money makers. Okay, so here we go. The main reason why you should become a travel business owner is because when I book travel, I get a check. And when you book travel, you get a confirmation. You like that, Tiffany?
That was like, if you can't afford $200, you need this business or something.
Yeah, there's one like that too, but this one is really specific to the people who keep booking their travel on Expedia and Travelocity and all of that. When you book travel, you get a confirmation. When I book travel, I get a check. Who wants checks over confirmations?
Right.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Good. Right? We got the best business in the world. And, my thing is another way that I kind of explain our opportunity to people is, I always take people, I explain this to everybody. How many of y'all remember payphones?
Really? Yes.
No, Michelle, right? And if you wore a penny
So
loafer,
you gonna tell
kept a dime
now, right?
or a quarter in the penny loafer in case you ever had to make a phone call. I know I'm telling my age. Okay, so I always ask people, I'm like, how do you remember back in the day when there were payphones? It's like, yeah, I remember payphones. I said, what happened to payphones once cell phones came on the market? And they're like, they became obsolete. I'm like, exactly, right? Because why would you go down the street and around the corner to make a phone call when you can have a phone right in your pocket? They're like, yeah. And so then I say to them, what do you think is going to happen to sites like Expedia and Travelocity and Kayak when people realize that for just $200, which costs way less than a cell phone, they could become a travel business owner and book their own travel through their business and make the commission? What do you think is going to happen to those sites? And they're like, they're probably going to become obsolete too. I'm like, exactly. So doesn't it make sense to get in position now? Are you going to wait until Expedia doesn't exist anymore? Right? So when you show them that perspective, they can't deny it. They cannot deny it. That's what I love about our opportunity. Like, we are literally on the cutting edge of technology in business with this opportunity. Anybody want to speak on this as we close out? It is 1:00, the top of the hour. Any closing comments? I want to hear from Dooney. Hey, Dooney, our honorary man on Virtual Coffee Break. I'm excited that you joined us today, Dooney, but I want to hear from you.
I love Coffee Break because you give a lot of nuggets and you give a lot of tools to be successful in this business. And you just have a different outlook on it, which allows us to tune in to really see different ways of leveraging, using leverage and using the information that you're providing to be successful. Because like I said, you just give me nothing but gems to use. And I'm like, okay, that's smart. Now I can start telling people, do you want to just get a confirmation or do you want to get paid because you're traveling? So it's like you provide us with those things that people don't have a choice but to say yes to. So I love everything that goes on here. I try to tune in. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wake up late, but when I get up, I'm on. So definitely love it. You know, I'm really recruiting right now. So everything that you give out, I really use. So I will tell everybody on here that this works and it's working. You just gotta, you know, take what she's giving you and flip it into your own way.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Dooney. Anybody else? Closing comments? Michelle?
Honestly, Tanisha, I think you just did the perfect closing with everything you were covering today, from the pyramids. I look at with the company that we're in now, and the founder of the company, literally what he did was look at all the other network marketing scenarios and put together a unique, innovative focus for network marketing to thrive. And that's what I feel like we have gotten in on the ground floor on. And for me, you hit it right on the head, you know, with the products, not knocking anything else. But yes, it is difficult I did health and wellness. I jumped in on it, loved the products, but realized very quickly too, I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life as far as using those products. So I got to constantly find new customers, because no one is going to use the same products for the rest of their lives. With this, like I said, we've gotten in on the ground floor of an innovative concept with a founder of the company who has history within network marketing and saw where all the flaws were. And he put together a perfect picture, in my opinion. I feel like every avenue, every aspect of this is exactly what a network company should be.
I agree. Our opportunity is literally setting the standard for what a network marketing company should be. Like, we are the standard. All other network marketing companies are going to be looking to our company and saying, that's what they're modeling, what it looks like, from the leadership to the training to the resources, and just thinking about just what direction is the world going into. You can't be behind in that. The world is evolving, and if you don't evolve with the world, you're going to fall behind.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you, Tanisha, and thank you from a new hashtag checks over confirmations. So
there you go. Hashtag. Y'all better use that. Tiffany gets the credit for that. The hashtag is checks over confirmation. Oh, I like that.
That's nice.
Coach is writing this one down. Checks over confirmation. That's good. And I want to encourage all of you, you know, this was a good topic today. Share this YouTube on your personal page. It might enlighten some of the people that have been following you. And, you know, just share it, and, you know, it'll educate. Everything we share on our personal social media should be to educate the people who haven't joined us yet. So again, thank all of you. I want to thank all of you champions for always showing up and supporting this virtual coffee break. To those of you that are out there, if anybody that's on this live has shared the business opportunity with you and you haven't partnered with them yet, I'm encouraging you, schedule some time to talk with them. They reached out to you because they care. They're going to make the money regardless, but they're trying to help you make the money. So if you're watching this and someone on this live has shared the information with you, reach out to them and say, okay, I'm ready to have a conversation. I get it. I saw that live. It made sense. And if anybody who is watching this live and you are looking for another stream of income, you thought about network marketing, you weren't sure, you thought it was a scheme, but after watching this live broadcast, you realize, okay, it's not what I thought it was, and you want to learn more about it, there is a link below that says request for more information, and I can have a conversation with you, answer your questions so that you can make an informed decision for yourself. So again, thank you to all my champions for joining Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha Live. We are doing this again next Thursday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Like this, comment, and share, and hit that notification bell so you can be informed of the next video. And as I always say, life is what we have, but lifestyle is how we choose to live it. Have a great day, everyone. See you next time.
Thanks, Tanisha.